Hi, good evening, everyone. Just sharing my link. Here's my Telegram channel. It's right here. All right, let me just go and share the screen. All right, I'm all set. Hi, and good evening, everyone. Hi, Shravan. Hi, Nitesh. Hi, Jeremy. Hi, Arjun. Hi, Gaurav. Hi, Nilesh. Hi, S. Godlu. I hope you all had a good day. I had a very wonderful start, but then I was occupied in work, and then Apple News came, took away all the gains from me. Hi, Mr. Surgery. Mr. Surgery, can I have your name? Hi, Suma. Hi, Vivek. Sat Shri Akal, Jess. Hi, Ragu. Hi, Vivek. My day was flat. Hi, pal. Good evening. Hi, Vasudha. Good evening. Hi, Senthil. Hi, Srini. And guys, if you know your friends are looking to learn technical analysis, you can refer my name, you can share in your local groups. Because I got a reference today from one of my friends into his local group. I shared my charts with them, shared my analysis, and I hope they can use it. Similarly, like if you have any groups, because all of us have many WhatsApp groups. If you can share it, it's easier. It's like simple m- marketing, but we are not getting anything from it. We're just letting people learn more and more. Hi, Francis. Hi, Kagan. Hi, Sridhar. Hi, Anuj. Hi, JP. All good. So we still have 3 minutes. Let me get something to drink, and then I'll start at 10:15. All right. Just give me one moment. In between, if you have any questions, you can mark them in the chat. I'll come and I'll read through them. Thank you. All righty. I'm back. Hi, Sridhar. Hi, Anuj, JP, Mohan. It's Sam. That's good. Hi, Chaman. Hi, Shri. Hi, Sakvi. All right. Uh, so let's look at our sheet today. What exactly happened? And what could we have done better? So market tested 38.95 today and found really hard to cross it. Hi K, hi Raj, hi JK. Good evening. So 38.95 acted as a very good resistance. And as and when we went below 38.55, we saw some selling all the way to 38.20. So this was the target which came and bang on. It was tested and bounced. Apple tried to break above 150, but couldn't hold on to that and then lost. AMD did 84 perfectly. Amazon almost came to 117, 118 area, but still struggling. BA did 155 and back to 147. Baba never came into this range. CRM did 172. Crowd did 181. DDoG failed a lot. ITSI did 86, 88. Roadblocks, I entered into roadblocks. It worked a little, but then with the market sentiment went down. Meta did almost first and second target both. MDB, I did not check. Microsoft, it was struggling around this area, so not a good trade. Netflix did 195, 198. Nvidia did 168 to the point. Roku did 91, 92. And Tesla did 740. So above 723, it did 740. But I went short on Tesla and it hit 720. So the trade was good. I had overnight positions in Google. It didn't work out as well as I expected. Uh, Nvidia was good. AMD was good. So I was not expecting all of a sudden Apple news will come into the middle of the day and will change the complete sentiment. Now, this is a biggest factor which is going to impact. Now, if the earnings which are tomorrow for Netflix and Tesla on Wednesday, if they are not on track, and if we lose 3,800 somehow, this is not looking nice. We can really, really go down all the way to 33.97. Raj, it's all right. Uh, we'll figure out a way to cover the losses on Google and spy calls. You're carrying AMD calls. Hopefully, market. Let's see how the market turns out for tomorrow, and then we'll see if they were worth. Like semis were strong for sure. So are they worth or not? We'll come to the point once we are done with our analysis. So let's do the scan. Again, I'll do the inside scan day. It's only ES because we had a big range. So not a lot. Let me see. Open, low, high. Open, low, high was there on crowd 183, 83, sell, and MRO 21. MRO is like not a big stock. Right now, futures are trading about 10 points up, 11 points up. A very minute volume of 28,000. Not a significant volume. So let's see. I'm keeping the list as is. There's no change in the list. So we'll start the analysis from ES. Alrighty. Again, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. I will answer once I'm done with my analysis. The first one was ES. So ES, like as I said so many times, 100 million times, that 34 EMA has been a pain for the ES. And once again, it came. Again, let me increase the size of the candle so that you can easily see. This is a 34 EMA, the red line which is coming. It tested here and failed one more time. And it closed right on that 3840 area of the 12 EMA. Now, this is significant. Why? First, it was a very important resistance, 3855, which we were trying to break. Second thing, after a very long time, like since June of 10th, we were not able to cross above the 34 EMA. Today, we had the opportunity. We were above 38.95 for a time. Even in the pre-market hours, we were there, but then we kind of lost it. We never recovered. Like if you divide that into 30-minute time frame, you will clearly see that 38.92 was acting as a very good resistance. Now, the goal is, if we have to make a positive sentiment, because this has actually thrashed the positive sentiment, the Apple news. See, we had the news from Google that they are struggling with new hiring and they don't want to invest more. Then we had Microsoft. Now we have Apple. If you have big threes of S&P, of NASDAQ, it changes the sentiment. it definitely changes the sentiment. Now, if you see in the last 3-4 days or last 2 weeks, both Microsoft and Google were sold on rise. Like every moment they come up, they were just thrashed down the next day. The same thing going to happen with Apple now. I don't know how much more uh, negativity it has, but once we look at the levels, we will see. But if you have these three big index stocks acting negative, then index cannot hold itself. It will drag down. So either some of them needs to show some positive strength, like Amazon was showing some positive strength, Nvidia was definitely showing some positive strength in the index, Tesla was there for a while. So it needs to offset. Otherwise, the momentum will be negative. Now, coming to the levels. Now, level is, again, we have to buy above 38.55. That's the Fibonacci level. And that's this channel line. We have lost this channel. So I'm going to keep an entry right here. And my stop loss will be the 12 EMA, which is 38.40. So stop loss will be 38.40. This has moved 12. I'm still positively biased, but I'm reducing it to neutral because the negative news which had come from Apple, it has definitely changed the sentiment. So I'm gonna be a seller below 38.40, and this time I want to see direct 37.95. If we lose 37.95, we will go to hit the new lows. But again, the same thing will happen. Try, fail. And if we fail this time, it's gonna come and make a new low. And the new low expectations, like it's the same thing which is happening. 1, 2, 3, then down. 1, 2, 3 down. It was trying to attempt the fourth leg up, but it failed. So if it fails this time, every time it fails, we have the new downs. Like it failed a new down, new down, new down, new low, new low. So if we fail and break this line, we're gonna hit 3,500 straight. So we have to be very careful here with the trades. Now, first target is 37.95. Once we break 37.95, it will open up the floodgates for the downside. And the downside will be 37.40. So you can see very high areas, or I will just make sure I'll reduce it to 40.60 because I want a clarity. And again, we were expecting a breakout, and if you see the weekly candles, we are back in the range. We were trying to break out here 39.15, and today's high was 39.10. We were trying to break out. You see, we have candle number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All these are in a range. They are inside weeks. I think 27th of July, when we are going to have the Fed outcome, that will be the big game changer point of this journey. We have 5 inside weeks. The breakout or a breakdown from this consolidation will be massive. So maybe by that time we'll still remain in this range between 37.40 and 38.95. This is a very tough area to consolidate. So it should remain in this range. Coming back to the daily candles, 37.40 and 37.95. I'm giving it 40 and 60%. So I'm more neutral to positive, neutral to negative. Triple Q, Triple Q did 294. One more time it break out and failed on 34. Now time and again it has broken down this 34 EMA, and once you start to break 34 EMA again and again, it shows that you're losing strength. So if I make this, it comes out to be a bear flag right here. It's a bear flag. And why am I calling it a bear flag? Because we are making higher lows, but we were not making higher highs. If we were making higher highs, then things would have been different. But no, we are making lower highs. And with the lower high, we went down. Let me expand it and give you a view. But this is a bear flag right now. You see, this was a high, then this one, and then this one. They are more or less in this direction. On the lower side, this was the low, then here, and then here. So we were making higher lows, lower highs. And end of the day, it's a triangle. It's a bear flag right here, which came and did this. So we have to be very careful here on the flag. Now, why and where I would like to short. 38.2 Fibonacci is an important area. The failure of here means that we should test the 0%, which is around 274. So I'm going to short below the 12 EMA, which is 288.50. So I'm going to short again. It's a short. Sell below 288.50. Yeah. Stop loss is 289.80. 289.80. My target now will be 284 and then 270. 278.25. So the downside has increased substantially with Apple showing the negative mood in the market. Again, I'm reducing it to neutral because it has lost that area. And if I have to buy again, I want to buy again about 292. That's the 12 EMA area. Failed breakout here. It's a failed breakout. Lost 34 EMA and tested 12 EMA. So this is not looking good. 40-60 is the ratio. Apple is for short. This is Apple again, 150.70. It opened right there. It's an evening star. We started from 129. We have a candle followed by a doji, followed by a big bearish engulfing candle. This is called as an evening star. Evening star is a massive trend change pattern. Now we should keep in mind the body of this candle. The close was 150. So 150 is an important area of resistance now, but that's about 3 point some dollars away. Now where we can act as a support, 148. The close here is 148.50. So 148.50 is the selling area. Sell on rise. Whenever if it's like supposedly market opens higher tomorrow, 147.50 to 148. If it comes in this range, sell it. Target will be 145.20. which is the 34 EMA or 12 EMA, and then 114, 144. I'm increasing it to 70% because negative sentiment with news. So Apple is sell on rise for sure. It's negative. AMD, I will still keep it positive. But again, the power of 34 EMA, it tested exactly to the point of 34 EMA, and it was like 34 EMA is 84.48 and high is 84.47. That's the power of 34 EMA. Now we should find some serious support around 79. There is no gap whatsoever here. So if market shows some strength, SAMIs will show a relative strength uh, uh, pretty nicely. I'm gonna keep the middle of this candle as my support, which is 80. So increasing the stop loss. I want to buy near 80.81. These are my targets. And this was 70% trade, one of my trades. It did that. Now I'm reducing it to 60%. Amazon. Amazon was also showing some strength, making higher high, higher low. It's coming to an area where it is like holding above the 34 EMA. At one moment in the day, it even went down below 34 EMA. So now 112 is an important area where uh, it can find some strength. Now, if it dips, buy in the range 113 and 114. Because this has shown some strength relatively, and in the last 2.5 years, Amazon has been really pathetic in the terms of move. This time it's showing that yes, there is some growth in Amazon, and Amazon is also working in some other areas. So possibility of some strength is there in Amazon, and it's going to be relative strength. So I'm going to keep it positive. BA went up. It was a massive breakout from this area, tested this high and landed right on this area. Now, one thing is it may consolidate more and allow 143 and 12 EMA to catch up so that it can find some support, a better support. And once you have a better support, you can move from there. BA has shown some strength and relative strength. So I'm going to keep BA still positive, but I'm moving my stop loss to 143.2. And I want to add BA if it comes around 145, 147 range. So I want it to dip. I want to add it around 145 to 147. It has earnings next week. So most likely you will see some serious outcome on BA. Now test of support happened today. Channel happened. Baba, let me just check Baba, what's happening with Baba in Hong Kong market. 09988. Baba is down 100 and something, so I don't think so it's gonna work out. It has lost both the 12 and the 34 EMA. It tried 107 today, but nah, it couldn't do that. Now it's coming, and maybe I would love to add this around 98, 99 if Baba comes around. So Baba, I'm reducing my stop loss to 99. I want to buy Baba near or 102 and 103. Or in fact 101, 102. I wanted to ease off a little and then come in this range. Target, will be 107.50, which is the 12 EMA. No, it's 34 EMA and 109.39. That's the 12 EMA. Reducing it to neutral with Baba. CRM will show some strength. I am assuming it tested 34 EMA, tested and broke out about 12 EMA, but again, along with the market, it came down. Now there is a gap. Either it needs to be filled or it needs to regain 170. Again, I would like to go above 168.80. That's the 12 EMA, or 169 roughly. Stop loss is this, and this is the morning star on daily. Yeah, it's a continuation on daily continuation. So no change in the levels for CRM, and this is a trade where we can see some strength. Crowd is showing a big negative. Like the moment it opened, it went down. And let me just change it to high Kinishi and see. It's showing some positive strength still. So one last attempt with 172, because every time it has come into this range, it has bounced. So if tomorrow market shows some level of positivity, I think this will act. Otherwise, sell below 175. And even in BA, sell below 143.20. Like wherever we have stop losses, if the market take the price action to the lower levels than this, then it's a sell. D-Dog failed today, failed big time, and it's making a M pattern. It was trying for an inverted head and shoulder patterns right here, but failed. Now it may attempt one more time at 91, a head and shoulder pattern, like ignoring this piece, so it will be something like this. If it bounces from here, possibility of coming back like this. If it fails here, because this is the area where it had consolidation, same thing is happening here. So if, again, it's a if. And you see, once I convert this into high Kenichi, the clarity on the charts is much more as compared to if I have normal candle. That's why I recommend people to use high Kenichi. High Kenichi gives you a good area. Now, my only concern is 91 is the area where it has found support. Previously, it has seen the resistance. So in case tomorrow it dips down to 18 and come back above 91, that is the point where I would love to add this. D-Dog by 91. My stop loss will be 89. And it has now become potential head and shoulders. Sell below 91. It's almost at 86, 87. Is forming a very good base around 83. So in case market is weak, if we can get around 83 as my stop loss, if we can get 83, yeah. So buy near 83, 84 area. ITSI will give you a good, it's basing right here. It's like if Amazon is going to go higher, ITSI, Shopify, a firm will follow it. So keep an eye. If Amazon is showing relative strength in the market and you do not want to touch Amazon, you can jump into HC. The level is 86.9. It's 86.9 now. Next level will be 89. Then it's I'm gonna keep it positive. Roadblocks was showing some strength, and I even posted the chart of this in the channel. It's making higher highs, higher lows, which shows it is positive. It has not made a lower low, meaning it's still all right. Again, if it crosses 40.33, potential is on. Today it tried. It was showing some significant strength in the day, but then with the Apple news, everything faded away. So I'm going to keep this equation on roadblocks as is. I am positive on roadblocks. Meta, Google both, like there's still some gap which needs to be filled around 167, 168, 65 area, 165 and 167. If tomorrow it comes to a point where 165 is filled, now stop loss is 165 because that's the gap. And if like all these stocks, like they're struggling to test the or break out above the 34 EM. Now I can buy near 166, 167. If it dips, give me an opportunity. I will love to add that. Reclaimed, yes. MDB. Same thing. It's like all these stocks that they are working in a channel, and it did 281, 282. So I'm gonna keep this thing same. Again, I don't want to enter here. I want to enter, like if I'm saying I don't want to enter right here. I want it to test this point, come back and close here. If it does, I will be buying. If it goes down, it breaks here, I'll be selling. In this zone, I will not be trading. Head and shoulders for D-Dog, I will check. But this is channel trade. So it has found the support 3 times in the past. This is the 4th time. And if it holds, we should see some positive bias on MDB. So everything remains as is for MDB. Microsoft is weak. And it's short. Microsoft, Google were short. And Microsoft has shown that yes, it's losing. It's bearish engulfing, covered the entire body. Once we lose 254, it's going to be bad for Microsoft. And it has tested this area multiple times. And 254. Stop loss is 256.25. Target is 248. 248 for now. I'm going to say sell on rise until 258. If you want to sell, sell on rise. Netflix has earnings tomorrow, and with earnings is very, very difficult. So not sure what to do with Netflix. I'm going to remove Netflix. If I have some trade, I will post it during the day, but I'm removing Netflix for now. Nvidia, Nvidia tested 168. There's a gap to be filled. The gap around 157, 158. I think we should hold this gap. So the high is 157.80. 157.80. Buy near. If it dips, buy near 159, 161. I wanted to hold. This was my 70% trade, along with BA. Both worked out really well. I'm reducing it to 60% now. The targets are still 168. I'm still positive on AMD and Nvidia. I can do that, Raj. I'll add. I'll read your comments and I'll try to answer all of it. Roku did the same thing. Roku depends on Netflix tomorrow. It's a gravestone doji. Again, it's holding in between 12 and 34 with a gravestone doji. Totally confused state. Nobody knows that yes, this is positive or negative sentiment for the Roku. No clues. Market is totally confused. It will depend on the Netflix numbers. So if you want to take an account, I'm going to keep very simple technically. 88.40 and above, go higher. 18.40 below, go short. So I'm going to reduce. It's a solidly neutral. I want to buy only above 89.63 now. 89.65. Target is 98. And sell below 88.50 for target of 82. Last is Tesla. Tesla again like 733 tested the 34 EMA and it's setting up a evening star, not a clean one, but I want 712 to be broken on the Tesla. So sell below 712. ES is 722. Buy above 722. Stop loss is 712. Again, my bias is 60% on the short side on Tesla, 40% on the positive side. Now I have to add Google. And again, I'm going to show you how to, because Google has new levels now, how to make the levels, how to use the regression channel, and how to create the levels. Okay. Now, what kind of trend do you see from left of the screen to the right? It's a 5-year candle structure. It's going up. So if I create a regression channel, right, the main change of trend happened right here or right here. So I'm going to start from the bottom. This is the main change of trend. Again, this is made for the first time after the levels have been decided. So it may look incorrect because the change of trend happened from here to here as well. So this is the trend right now. This is the current trend. This was the old trend. So current trend and old trend. Now in this case, we got rejected from 142, or if we want to see this area, we got rejected from this area multiple times. Bounced from here. So I'm going to draw a regression, not a Fibonacci level. This is a block. If we lose the block, it's going to be from top to the bottom. That's one way of doing and finding your levels, but this will only give you levels for the higher side. On the contrary, if you start from the bottom and go up, this is your top, you will see your nice levels on the downside. Keep this in mind when you want to create your levels. When you want to see the levels on the higher side, go from top to bottom on the retracements. When you want to see the levels from current to low, start from the low to the high point. And now I'm just making it precise. Click edit properties. Look at the low here. The low here is 101.88. So 101.88. I tend to set them up because I prefer highs 119.35. I prefer like precise numbers. And yes. So look at the value of this 108.55. It tested and it bounced, closed at 109. 61.8 Fibonacci level is there. If we lose this, we're gonna end up coming to 105. If we make a bounce, we shall see 112. So Google, I am short. I want to sell below 108.55. And my target is 105.60. It's a bearish candle as well. It's breaking down. 105.60 is a good area because it has found the support here a couple of times. The next area after this comes out to be 101. So I'm going to keep this at 105 for now. And stop loss should be around 110. What this? 60%. This is the bearish engulfing candle. So it's short. Yep, 3 or 4 big stocks like Apple is short, Microsoft is short, Google is short, Tesla is short. So if you have 4 big companies out of those 5-6 big names, then it's not easy for index to manage. So now let me do one thing. Let me share the Zoom link. If you have questions, you can join the Zoom. You can discuss your charts and I'll go through your questions. So remove Netflix and add Google. Yes, what we did. Beer flag on MDB. Let's check MDB. It's not beer flag as such because it has made a higher high. That's what I was trying to explain. That when you have this and this and this is not a beer flag. You should have this and this so that you can make a triangle. You should have a higher lows and lower highs. That makes a beer flag. This makes a channel. I have shared the link. Guys, if you have questions, do come and ask because I'm not able to answer in the live market because I have a full-time job. So CDC COVID program no longer is a CCL and all these stocks have faced some serious downtrend. The depth on them is increasing day by day. I was of the opinion that they should work out and they should move higher, but as of now, they're not doing it. Yes, Saurabh. D-Dog.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Hi, Paji. Paji, just wanted to know, like, see, today the first software ER came for IBM, right? So, considering that, how it will affect the other companies, like on the software side, or
Like earnings, understanding the earnings and impact of earnings is not easy. I've not
okay.
seen the numbers of IBM.
Mm-hmm.
I need to read that before giving you any kind of recommendations. As of now,
Okay.
I have no idea. But again, it got rejected right from 141 area. It was showing a bear flag uh, at because it lost the 34 EMA and 12 EMA both. So
Mm-hmm.
it should find support around 131, 132 area, which is 50%. And if it loses that, it should see 127. 127, it should find some bounce and then sell to 122.
Okay.
Because it traded at 78, it should find support at 61 and 38. 61, I think it's already down 132. Should found support at 127. If it does, should bounce here and then bounce should be sold.
Okay.
But again, the impact of this, I don't know because I've not seen the numbers.
Mm, okay, Paji. And one more question, Paji. Like, so considering like today in the morning, right? I was seeing the Haikanashi. Okay, it was giving me all uh, green top, green
Green.
bottom. Okay, but like all of a sudden, that news came from Apple and all that. So in that case, should we go to 1 minute candle or 5 minute candle and take the
See,
decisions accordingly?
see, no system cannot handle a news like that.
Okay.
It's as simple. It's like it's the first time we have a news where Haikanishi was showing some strength. So in rest of the days it was working fine. Today, yes, it didn't work out. So it's all right. That's why we also consider levels. That yes, if it broke 38.50, let's get out.
Okay.
Because if you keep on changing your strategy every day, you will
Mm-hmm.
start to lose the confidence in it.
Yeah, exactly, Paji.
If it gives like it's okay, today it didn't work out, but like it's like cricket. If Sachin
Yeah,
makes 80 or 100 centuries, if it doesn't make on 2 or 3 occasions, it's all right.
right.
It doesn't mean that he don't know how to play. So
Exactly.
same thing is here.
Okay.
Today, yes, it was unexpected news. First of all, it came and it crashed the market. It was not only you.
Mm.
I was in gains and I lost all the gains.
Yeah, same here with me as well. So I was in games and I was seeing the Icanashi. I thought, I will just hold it for the end of the day and take the profit.
And the
But
market was showing strength. There was no
yeah,
as such like weakness in the market. But as and when this news came, there was no stopping. Because when the
exactly.
market leader shows that yes, I have my hands up, I'm not able to something good. So market took that into account.
Okay, Paji, that was all from my side.
All
My
right,
questions. Thank you.
no problems. Somebody was asking about MDB. So let me go to MDB. And Mr. Zoom user, give me 1 minute. I'll come to you. As I was saying, this is not a bear flag because when you are making higher highs, you are coming out of the bear flag. It should be lower highs and higher lows. Okay. And D dog was there that it was not inverted head and shoulder. It is inverted head and shoulders. I have just explained. I'm ignoring this and it's a potential. If it bounced from 91, it's a head and Inverted head and shoulders. Okay. Yes, Mr. Zoom user.
Yes, I wanted to share my Costco.
Okay, you want to share your screen?
Yep, that would be great. It's on TradingView, so it's a little bit different.
That's all right. I've seen TradingView. Mr. Triple S, you can find that I've done that in so many videos of mine. There's a specific video for regression channel as well. You can go and watch it.
Let me try and give me 1 second. Let me.
Sure. I'll read.
I don't know how to share this. I'll give me 1 second.
Yes, Raj. The dollar is a very difficult position for all the tech companies. Fed will be aggressive to increase 75 basis point for sure. It is not stopping down. Fed has no impact or no relationship to company's profit. Don't care.
I don't know if you can see it or not.
I have not seen your screen yet. Otherwise, you can post that onto the Telegram channel. Or
okay. Let me post on Telegram channel.
Okay. All right. Let me reclaim the host. Share the screen. Okay.
Should I go on Naval's discussion group?
Yes, in the chat. Post it over there.
Okay, thank you.
So makes sense. Yep. Keeping an eye on A and B and X. X will be difficult because China is struggling. When China is struggling, X will struggle. Airbnb, it's very unlucky for me, so I'll not say. Netflix expecting plus minus 16% move tomorrow. I don't think so. There will be a big move in Netflix. In the last 2 days, we have taken a big move. Maybe a premium crush. But let's see. My record with earnings is not good. So I don't recommend anything which I'm not sure of. So you posted on the channel.
Yes.
Right.
So I'm just, looking at it from a little bit longer swing trading perspective. And if you see today, for 2 days, they bounced over the 200 moving average. And then it hit this resistance. So I bought some Costco puts right at 528 today.
Okay.
527, 528.
Mm-hmm.
And my trade is that I'm expecting, so my stop loss is above my entry, and my take profit is I'm thinking that it looks to me like a big bear flag on Costco, but it's a very strong stock. So again, can't predict. It could just break this trend line and just keep going up. And it probably matches your regression channel too there.
Yes, it's right there. It's struggling to cross this. There is a gap. And the EMAs are catching up. It's every time like after the earnings, it goes down and then it starts the rally. You see?
This
was the earning. It went down and then it started the rally. Same thing here. Earnings went down and started the rally after that. It is 521 is regression channel and 38.2 Fibonacci. It's hard to cross this. You're already in profit. I would say look out for a gap fill. If 513 is hold by Costco, I would love to book profits there.
Yeah, I basically bought 510 puts ending this Friday. So I bought them this morning when it touched that regression channel. on my chart, it's not the regression, but it matches very well with your chart as well.
Yes.
So
So this is an important area, but once the gap is filled,
I see it could go up.
it may bounce. If gap fill and it stays below that, then you can continue to hold. And that's where high kinetic will help you.
I see.
If let's say if it break it down into 30 minutes or 15 minutes, it's right here. It broke down. It's a small top on there in the normal candles, but if you look into high kinetic, it's 528. Tuck, 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 tuck. It's asking you to hold.
I see.
As clear. That's why I recommend people to use high kinetic.
Makes sense.
Just hold. And once you see back-to-back high kinetic candles in the same area, it's time to exit.
I see. No, that is very useful. Thank you.
So just keep that in like conjunction with what you're doing. All right.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
No problems. Yes, Mr. Chahal.
Paji. So a very generic, want to get your input on what you think about Tesla earnings coming up. I keep hearing the numbers are going to beat, but then there's a potential of them announcing a possible split, and then to cover that up, kind of lowering the guidance.
Again,
So
one thing I would like to add here, estimation on deliveries and profit margin in Tesla is not good. The number of deliveries were less. They were 250,000 relatively. Expected were 260. So the deliveries were less. So it's going to hit the profit. Second thing, they have to take into account a loss of around 500 million from the Bitcoin. That is to be considered. Second thing, or third thing, the supply and demand issue for Tesla has not been resolved yet. So if you take all these considerations into your cognizance, this is a massive bear flag. And now I just explained what the bear flag is, but I'll explain it again. It came down. It was making lower low, higher lows, high, and then lower highs.
constant supply there, yeah.
So it's kind of making right this. I expect it to test 500.
Okay.
Which is the most unnecessary hyped company in the world. Just because of the Fed money, you can compare it with the Fed chart. This went up. Elon Musk was not an idiot. He sold the stocks in November last year because he was anticipating the Fed will take off and stop the QE. ECB will stop the QE, and he sold at around 1200.
Right.
And
if Tesla potentially does come to 500, that's definitely makes.
It's not a good price. It's still super, super expensive.
And that's post split too. So
It doesn't split, does nothing.
no, I'm saying that even 500 is the previous post split price, which is still pretty expensive, like you mentioned.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
And that's why like he's trying to bring the price down so that people feel that it's cheap. He's not, he is the meanest of the mean person. You can compare a 5-year chart of it and you can clearly see. Only in October 2020, how in the world everybody is buying Tesla in 2020? A stock which was $89 went on to make $1,243. How? What changed? Only the Fed money. Since it stopped, where is Tesla? Back to 629. Once it loses 686 this time, you will see that all the gaps will be filled.
680 has been holding up for a few days now, actually.
Yes, and that's a 38.2 Fibonacci level.
Yeah.
That's why it's holding. Once it loses that, Boom, boom, boom. So that's my analysis. I based my analysis on the data. I may be wrong, possibly, yes. But that's, if I have to trade, I will trade this.
That's going to be my only trade for the week also.
Yes. If I have to
Eats
trade,
up, yeah.
I will go for 600 puts, 600, 500 puts.
Eats up a lot less theta than SPX, so that's better.
Yep.
Thank you.
No problem. Yes, Vivek.
Hi, Naval. So I wanted to ask about snowflakes.
Snowflake is around 150, right?
Yeah, and there is a gap, and like 12 and 34 EM are about to cross over. So I thought there is a gap at 126, I guess.
Yeah, if gap is
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So I thought like this will be a good play. Like if the market turns around 120, if it falls till 126, that would be a good reward.
Yes, if it loses 145, 146, yes, you should go short for a quick downside. And if Microsoft is down, Snow will go down. Just keep in that mind.
Okay. And one more thing, Enphase. Well, a couple of weeks back, like someone asked about Enphase. I was looking at Enphase chart, and it got rejected thrice at six. This one, 0.68 fib.
ENPS, right?
Yeah, but it does look like it has good strength.
Uh, it's consolidating. It's not. Let it break out.
Okay, breakout about 219.
219, yes.
Yeah, okay,
Either buy at 188 or buy about 299 or 219. Do not buy in
okay,
between. There's no point.
okay.
Like
Perfect.
Friday, it went on to test 175,
Mhm.
and today it is 219. So 188, if you entered, you would have good opportunity. But I don't trade the stock. It's very volatile, and the spreads are really bad. So
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna keep out of it unless it comes to 188 or above 219. Above 219, it will be a massive breakout because it's holding above this area for so long. But above this, it will go to 227, 251, and more. All right.
Yeah. Thanks, Noel.
Yes, Raghu.
Hi, Naval. Good evening.
Good evening.
Naval, how about crude futures? Like yesterday, looks like yesterday it was Morning Star, I believe, and today again it's on same.
See, crude is something which is killing us.
Yeah.
It's 99.88. It's a back test of the previous support.
Yeah.
If it fails here, we should go down.
Okay.
It exactly bounced from this regression channel line.
Yeah.
Bounced.
Yeah.
Test of support.
Uh-huh.
This is test of support. This is test of resistance now.
Uh-huh.
Failed here because you see now we have a dotted trend line. We have the 12 EMA. It will
Hard
not
line.
be easy for it to cross it.
Okay.
But let's see.
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you can buy shop. Paresh Patel, I don't know how it will happen tomorrow because today we had the great strength and tomorrow we have a news that Apple is losing momentum and Apple is the biggest consumer of the chips. Now it's building its own chips, but yes, it shows the demand. So let's see how it works out. I'll say just look, don't keep anything in your mind while you're trading. Just look at the levels you have drawn and follow that. Simple. I do not trade GNRC and I don't even know. If it is a penny stock, then I don't know. GNRC. You want to short it, you should short it. I don't see any shorting opportunity as of now. It's a gap. It was an outside bullish day. If it comes to 215, 216, you should add it rather than shorting it. Wait for the dip to add here. It's ready to break on the higher side. All right, guys, it's 11:15. Hopefully, whatever we discussed makes sense to you. If you have any feedback, if you have any comments, please share that to me. I'll try to answer as much as I can. And all the very best for tomorrow. And we'll see you tomorrow evening or tomorrow night, whenever I can.